Hello everyone, welcome to my new video. In this video I'm gonna show you how to create this in After Effects. Let's start. Okay guys, welcome back. I will let the vector link and project file link in my description below. You can check it from there. So first let's select this background and let's lock the layer and select these background layers. Let's close them for now because we will animate this hand firstly, and let's close this cloud as well. Now select this hand and let's go to solo and go to pen behind. Let's move the anchor point to down and go on solo. Select this finger one. Let's go solo and move the anchor point to here. Select this finger, let's link it to hand. And also select this map and let's link it to phone. And select this icon, let's link it to map. Let's select this icon and go to solo. And let's move the anchor point to here. Go on solo. Select this button and let's link it to phone as well. Now select this text and text line and let's link them to button. Also select these fingers and let's link them to hand. Let's select this hand and let's see it. Okay. And select this phone and let's link it to hand as well. Let's see now. Nice. Now select this hand and let's go to somewhere to here and press R. Let's make rotation keyframe and go to the first keyframe. Let's move it like this. Also hold shift press P and let's move it to down so we can fix it. Okay, also let's make a position keyframe and go to somewhere like this. Let's change rotation plus 20 and move this keyframe to the right, so we will move it to the left later. And then go to 10 keyframe with holding shift and page down, and let's make it minus 15 and go to 10 keyframe. Let's make it plus 10 and go to 10 keyframe. Let's make it 5 and go to 10 keyframe. Let's make it 0 and delete this keyframe. Also let's go to somewhere to here and let's move it position to here. Now select keyframes and make them easies. Let's see it. Okay, as you can see there is a problem, so select this rotation keyframe and change it to minus 5. Let's see again. Okay, actually let's go to this keyframe and change it plus 7. And go to this one, let's change it to minus 3.5. Let's see. Okay, I think this one is more better and it's smoothly. And also select these keyframes. Let's go to this position keyframe and move them to the right a little bit so it can match. Let's see now. Okay, nice. Let's select this finger one and press R, make rotation keyframe and go to 10 keyframe. Let's change rotation like this and select keyframes. Let's make them easies and go to somewhere like this. Let's make a static keyframe and go to 10 keyframe again. Let's change it to 0. Let's see. And also let's go to the app and select this fingers layer. Let's go to here. Okay, and let's go to solo and go to puppet pin. You can find it from here or you can press Ctrl P for that. And let's make it 2 puppet pins like this. And let's go down to solo and press U so we can see the keyframes and go to 10 keyframe. Let's change it like this. And go to 10 keyframe again. Let's copy the first keyframe, press Ctrl C and Ctrl V. Select keyframes and make them easies. And hold Alt, let's move them to the left to make it a little bit fast. Let's see. Okay, maybe we can move it a little bit to the left and also copy the keyframes with Ctrl C and go to here and press Ctrl V. Let's see. Okay, nice. Now let's close this finger keyframes and let's find this icon. Okay, and then press S. Let's make a scale keyframe and change it to 0 and go to 10 keyframe. Let's make it 110. Go to 10 keyframe again. Let's change it to 95 and go one more time. Let's make it 100. Select keyframes and make them easies and hold Alt. Let's move them to the left. Let's see. Okay, nice. And then let's go somewhere to here and select this icon, hold shift, press R, make rotation keyframe and change rotation to 6 and go to 10 keyframe. Let's make it minus 4 and go to 10 keyframe again. Let's make it -2 and go one more time. Let's change it to 0. Let's make these rotation keyframes easy as well, or you can press F9 for that. Let's see. Okay, maybe we can change the amount of this rotation keyframes. Let's change this rotation keyframe to +2. Let's see again. Also, we can change the amount of this rotation keyframes. Let's make this one 10 and go to this one. Let's make it -6 and go to here. Let's change it +3. Let's see now. Also, select keyframes and hold Alt. Let's move them to the left. Let's see. Nice. Now let's create a new null object. For that, right mouse, go to new and create a new null object. And hold Ctrl, double click to pan behind to move the anchor point to the center. Select this null object and let's move it to the center to somewhere to here. And let's select this hand and link it to null object. For now, let's close this null object. And let's select this button. Let's press S and let's uncheck here and make scale keyframe. And also let's unlink these layers for now. And change the scale of button to 0. And go to 10 keyframe. Let's make it 110. Go one more time. Let's make it 95. And again, let's make it 100. Let's make the keyframe easy and hold Alt. Let's move it to the left. Let's see. Okay. Also, we can move this keyframe to the left. Let's move it like this. Let's see. Okay, maybe we can move it a little bit more to here. Let's see now. Okay, nice. Also, select this text line. Go to solo. Let's zoom out a little bit and go to pen tool. But make sure you have selected this layer. And let's make one line to here and another one to here. You can also hold shift and make points like this to make a straight line. Then go to FX presets and let's search for stroke. Let's double click to here. And we can change the stroke size a little bit. And then change the paint style to reveal original image. Now let's make an int keyframe and change it to 0. And go to 10 keyframe. Also press U so we can see the keyframes and change it 100. Select keyframes, make them easy. And go to graph editor, let's zoom the graph and change it like this. Let's zoom out and let's go on solo. Let's see here. Okay, also select the last keyframe and move it to the right to make it a little bit slowly. Nice. Now let's go to type tool and let's go to here and make a text. Let's change the scale a little bit like this. And let's type call taxi. Go to selection tool and let's move this text to here. Let's zoom a little bit and move it like this so it matches to our line. Now select this text and let's move it to here. And let's delete this text. Also select this text, go to window and open the animation composer 3. Also, if you don't have animation composer 3, you can check my description below. I have a video how to get it. And then open the starter presets, go to transitions text layer and open the animate characters. And let's see which one we can use. Okay, let's use this one and click to in. And let's close this window. Also, let's close here so we can see it. And select this text. Let's move it to here like this. Let's see. Okay, we can move it a little bit to the right. Let's see now. Okay, nice. Let's close this ones. Okay, now let's go to somewhere to here and select this button. Let's go to edit and click to split layer. Now press U so we can see the keyframes and let's delete this scale keyframes. And let's click to here. So let's select this text and text line. Let's link it to button 2. Now let's set timing. Okay, and let's make a scale keyframe and go to 10 keyframe. Let's change the scale to 90 and go to 10 keyframe again. Let's make it 100. Select keyframes, make them easy and hold Alt. Let's move them a little bit to the left. Let's see. Okay, nice. Now we can start to animate it. So select this null and let's click to here so we can see it. And let's rename it to controller. And select this controller, press P, make position keyframe. And let's go to here. Let's move it like this. Also let's go to here and hold shift press S, make scale keyframe. And go to last keyframe. Let's change the scale of it. Like this. Select keyframes, make them easy, and go to graph editor. Let's select this area and move it to the left. Let's see. Okay, actually let's move it out of the scene to here and move the keyframes a little bit to the right. Let's see. Okay, we can move the keyframes to the right a little bit. Let's see now. And let's enable this cloud layers and this car layers as well. And select these car layers, let's move them to the up so we can see them. Also select these cloud layers and let's link them to controller. Let's see. Okay, select the clouds and press P, make position keyframes and go to here. Let's select this cloud 3 and move it to here. And cloud 2, let's move like this. And cloud 1 like this. Select keyframes, make them easy. Go to graph editor, let's change the graphs like this. Let's see. Okay, also we can move this clouds to the right to make randomly. Let's see now. And go to first keyframe of cloud 2. Let's move it to the up a little bit. And cloud 3 as well. Let's move it to the up. Let's see. Also select keyframes, right mouse, go to keyframe interpolation and change auto bezier to linear. Click OK. Let's see now. Nice. And let's create a new null object again for our city background. And hold Ctrl double click to here to move the anchor point of the null object to the center. And let's rename it to city controller. Now select the city layers and let's link it to city controller. Let's go to here and let's move it like this. And press S, let's change a little bit scale like this. And let's move it to the right. Now let's go to FX presets and let's search for repeat tile. And let's go to down, select the city. And let's double click to this repeat tile. Let's change the expand left like this. Okay, nice. Now select the city controller, press P, make position keyframe, and go to here. Let's move it to the left. Select keyframes, make them easy. Go to graph editor, let's change the graph like this. Let's see. Okay, nice. Also, let's make an animation for the car. So select the car body, let's go to solo, and let's move the anchor point to the down to here, and go on solo. Let's zoom out and create a new null object for the car. Right mouse, go to new and null object, and let's rename it to car controller. And select this car controller. Let's move it to here and hold Ctrl, double click to ambient to move the anchor point to the center. Now select this car body, car wheels 1 and wheels 2. Let's link it to car controller. Also select this car body 2 and let's link it to car body. Let's see. Okay, nice. Also let's go to FX presets again and let's search for fill, because as you can see we have a car shadow but it's not visible. So let's add a fill effect to it, and let's select this color and make it a little bit dark. And click OK. Let's make it like this and click OK. Select the car shadow, press T, let's change the opacity a little bit. Okay, nice. Now let's make an animation for the windows. So let's go to first keyframe and go to solo and select this reflection as well. Let's select this window and let's duplicate it and move it to the up. Select this reflection, go to track matte and change it to alpha matte window 2. If you don't see this track matte, you can just click to here to enable it. Now select this reflection, press P, make position keyframe, And let's move it to the right and press R. Let's change the rotation. Let's change a little bit more. Okay, nice. And move it to here. Select the reflection, press P, and go to 10 keyframe. Let's move it like this. Select keyframes, make them easy. And let's see. Okay, it's kind of fast, so select keyframe and move it to the right. Let's see. Okay, select keyframes, go to graph editor. Let's make it like this. Let's see. Okay, nice. Now let's go to here and select this window, reflection and window 2, go to the edit and click to split layer. Or you can press Ctrl Shift D for that. Let's delete these remaining layers and select this window layers and reflection and right mouse, go to pre-compose and let's rename it to window. Let's go on solo and let's duplicate this window composition and move it to the right to make a loop animation. Okay, this is enough. And select these compositions. Let's pre-compose them one more time and rename them window main. Select this window main composition and let's link it to car body. Also, let's move this composition to the right. Okay, nice. Now let's go to here and select the car body, press P, make position keyframe and go to 10 keyframe. Let's move it to the down a little bit and go to 10 keyframe. Let's copy the first keyframe, press Ctrl C and Ctrl V. Select keyframes and make them easy. Let's see. Okay, maybe we can move it a little bit to the down more. Let's see. Okay, that's a lot. Let's make it like this. Let's copy these keyframes with Ctrl C and paste with Ctrl V to make a loop animation. Let's see. Okay, nice. Also select the car body, hold shift press R, make rotation keyframe and change it to -1 and go to 10 keyframe. Let's make it +1 and go one more time. Let's make it -1. Select keyframes, make them easy and let's copy them and paste for a loop animation. Let's see. Okay, select this car controller and let's link it to city controller. Let's see. Okay, also select the car shadow and let's link it to city controller as well. And let's go to here and select this car shadow, press S. Let's make a scale keyframe and go to 10 keyframe and let's uncheck here. Let's change this one scale and go to 10 keyframe. Let's copy the first keyframe, press Ctrl C and Ctrl V. Select keyframes, make them easy. And let's move this rotation keyframes to here. Let's copy them and paste for a loop animation. Let's see. Okay, nice. Also, as you can see, there is a problem. So to fix that, let's go to the city controller and move it to the right a little bit. Let's see. Actually, let's select this car shadow and let's link it to car controller. Let's select this car controller and let's move the car a little bit to here. Okay, nice. And let's go to here, select the city. Let's go to edit and click to split layer, select the city too. Let's make position keyframe and change the expand right size like this. And go to the end. Let's move it to the left. Let's see. Let's move them like this. Make a slow one. Okay, select these keyframes and let's make them easy. And hold Ctrl. Let's click to this keyframe to disable the easies for the last keyframe. Let's see now. Okay, nice. Also, let's go to here and go to the last keyframe And let's move this cloud 1 to the left. And select cloud 2, let's move it to the left as well. And cloud 3, let's move it like this. And select these clouds, let's move it behind this city layers. Let's see the full project. Okay, select these 3 keyframes, right mouse, go to keyframe assistant and make them easy again. Let's see. Okay, also let's move this cloud to the up a little bit, so it will be visible. And select this cloud 1. Let's move it like this. Let's see. Okay, nice. And the lastly, let's add an particle for this button. For that, let's go to Window and open Animation Composer 3, and let's open the Starter Precomps and open the Shape Elements, and let's use Particle Fireworks. Let's click to add, and let's close this window. Select this particle and let's move it to down to the button. And press S, let's change the scale of it. Press R, let's change rotation a little bit. Let's see. Maybe we can move it a little bit to the right. Nice. And select the particle, let's press Ctrl D to duplicate it, and let's move it to the right a little bit and move it to the right. Select the particles and let's link them to phone. Let's see the full project again. Okay, nice. So guys, thanks for watching my video. Please don't forget to subscribe channel and leave a comment in my video. See you in the next videos.